All right, let's talk about Reddit. It's this incredible goldmine of super niche communities, but it's also famously hostile to marketers. So, how do you actually crack that code? Well, today we're going to break down the playbook for turning Reddit into a real powerhouse acquisition channel, and most importantly, how to do it without getting yourself banned.
You just saw it on screen, and honestly, this is the single most important truth you have to get in your head before you even start. Redditors hate obvious marketing. If you waltz in there looking like a walking billboard, you're gonna get shut down fast. It's the biggest challenge, for sure, but it's also the key that unlocks the whole strategy. And this really gets to the heart of it, what we're calling the Reddit paradox. On one side, you've got this just massive goldmine of people talking about problems your product can solve. But on the other side, you've got an entire user base that's basically allergic to ads. So, yeah, how on earth do you bridge that gap? The knee-jerk reaction is to think, okay, I'll just make my ads sneakier. But that's not it at all. The real answer is to just stop thinking about ads, period. The secret is a totally different way of thinking, one that's all about real, authentic participation. And that brings us to what's called the persona strategy. So, what is this thing exactly? Well, at its core, it's about using a few different, highly specialized accounts. Each one has a very specific job, and it participates authentically inside different communities. And let's be clear, this isn't about spamming. It's the exact opposite. It's about specializing and actually respecting the culture of each little corner of Reddit. I love this breakdown of the core roles. First, you've got the researcher. This account's whole job is to just listen. No posting links, just gathering intel on pain points. Then you have the helper. And this one is arguably the most important. This account is all about providing insane value, tutorials, high-effort answers with no strings attached. And finally, you have the brand account. This is for the official stuff, updates, AMAs, transparent support. See how each one has a totally different, non-salesy job. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Multiple accounts? Isn't that sketchy? And honestly, it can be if you do it wrong. But it's perfectly safe if you just play by the rules. This whole thing isn't about trying to deceive anyone. It's about being organized. And trust me, there are some very clear lines you just do not cross. And here they are, the bright red lines. Let's be super clear about this. Do not do these things. Ever. Don't use your other accounts to upvote your own posts. That's called vote manipulation, and it's a huge no-no. If you get banned from a community, hey, it happens. Just accept it. Don't try to sneak back in with another account. And of course, don't just spam the same link over and over. Seriously, these are the fastest ways to get your whole operation nuked from orbit. And this right here, this might be the golden rule for building trust. It's the 10-to-1 ratio. The idea is simple. For every 10 genuinely valuable, helpful, awesome posts or comments you make, you earn the right to make just one that's even a little bit promotional. This simple rule forces you to be a community member first and a marketer a distant second. All right, let's just hammer this home. These are the top 5 non-negotiables. We've already talked about the big ones, right? No coordinating upvotes, no evading bans, no spammy patterns. But there are a couple more. Be transparent. If you're dropping an affiliate link, you have to disclose it. It's just good form. And maybe the most important one of all, read the dang rules of each subreddit. Seriously, they're right there in the sidebar. Respect the communities you're in. Okay, so we've got our persona set up and we know the rules of the game. Now for the fun part, the payoff. How does all this time spent being a good community member actually, make money? Let's dive into the monetization playbook. And the cool thing is, this isn't just for one type of business. It works across the board. If you're in affiliate marketing, you become the go-to person for trusted recommendations. Running an e-commerce brand? Share your build in public story. People love that stuff. Got a SaaS tool? Run Ask Me Anything sessions and just provide amazing support. You see the common thread here, right? It's always about leading with value. And really, if you take one thing away, let it be this. This sentence is the whole philosophy. You have to stop acting like a marketer pretending to be helpful. Instead, just be a helpful community member who, every now and then, happens to know of a really great product that could solve a problem. That little mindset shift, it changes everything. Okay, so managing a researcher, a helper, and a brand account. That sounds like a logistical headache, right? And yeah, it totally can be if you don't have a system in place. So let's talk about how to actually manage all these moving parts efficiently and, really importantly, safely so you can scale this up without it turning into total chaos. It really just boils down to a pretty simple three-step system. Step 1, define the purpose for each persona. We've already covered that. Step 2, set those clear guardrails like our 10-to-1 rule. And step 3, this is the operational piece. You have to centralize everything in a secure tool that's built for this kind of work. Now, this part is super important. The key bit of tech that makes this whole thing work safely is something called session isolation. What that means in simple terms is that each account lives in its own little bubble. When you're logged into your helper account in one tab, Reddit has zero clue that your brand account is logged in right next to it. They don't share cookies, there are no digital footprints connecting them, it's a clean separation. So if you're looking for a tool to help you manage all this, here's your checklist. These are the absolute must-haves. You need that true session isolation we just talked about. You need a way to securely share accounts with your team without passing around passwords. You need the ability to use different proxies for different accounts, and it has to be dead simple, like one-click simple to switch between your personas. So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway? It's really these three things. Community first, always lead with value. Compliance, always know the rules and play by them. And systems for scale. Use the right tech to manage it all effectively and safely.
And that brings us to a pretty interesting kind of philosophical question, doesn't it? As these marketing systems get this sophisticated, this performative, where exactly is the line between being an authentic community member and just being a really strategic performer? It's definitely something to think about.